So this is the troop World War II hex based turn by turn war game, British and Commonwealth forces against the Germans in Normandy. It's in early access at the moment, several features missing, but it's still a fun wee game. There's a free access or a free demo on Steam that allows you to play up to the first 5 scenarios, I believe, which it's worthwhile picking up. It's free, give it a try, see what you think. And I'm just going to play the first scenario, Contact, and you can have a look and see what you think of this. You start in this game with 3 airborne units, infantry, 1 submachine gun or machine gun section, a Bren and a submachine gun, and 2 rifle sections of 3 riflemen and an NCO with an SMG as well. The movement is hex based, as I said. Infantry have got 4 movement points. If you move, you start the very start of the scenario prone.
Your mission is to eliminate or push
However,
out all
if
enemy units in the
you
marked junction area
move
as
any
quickly
more
as
than
possible.
2 hexes, you will stay in a crouched position. So, of your 4 movement points, 4 will charge you right forward and not allow you to do anything. Up to 3, you can still throw a grenade or fire, and final action. That'll end your movement or end your turn for that unit. However, if you only move 2 hexes, you will go prone at the end, but you'll still be able to shoot from prone position. So 1, 2, you'll prone at the end and can still fire. 3, you'll crouch and can still fire, and 4, you'll crouch and that's you've shot your bolt. Played this scenario several times, mainly trying to get this blooming recording thing to work properly. It keeps failing to do the audio, so hopefully this time it's stuck. So we need to capture this little house here, a little flagged objective. I know that there is an enemy infantry unit in this side of the house here. There's one out the front, and I believe that there are 2 other units hiding around somewhere on the map. It seems to randomise where it puts them. So for this scenario, I'm going to use these guys as my base of fire, and these 2 guys are going to come in flank. This is the movement points here. Occupy allows you to occupy things that can be occupied, such as pillboxes, bunkers, enemy anti-tank guns. In the next scenario, there's a bunker with an anti-tank gun that you can actually kill the crew and take over the gun. And mount allows you to jump on board any mountable vehicle. So in one of the later scenarios, there's a Bren carrier, universal carrier, and you can chuck extra troops on that and shoot them forward and hope they don't get blown up. Anyway, we're going to play cautious to start with. We're going to move these guys forward 2.
On the move.
They're going to go prone because only more than 2. Now there is a nice little line of sight tool which allows you to go, where can these guys see? Everything they can see perfectly is in blue. Purple, not so perfectly. So at the moment they're just out of sight from them. However, they potentially, if they really look, they could spot these guys. But at the moment, because they've got the little yellow eye symbol with the yellow bar through it, they are fine. So we've got the benefit of woods here, so I'm going to move them forward 3 to crouch at the edge of the woods, because I don't want to go into the road because that's going to make them a sitting duck for those chaps there. So let's just end the turn and we'll see what happens. Aha. You poor fools. There are boxes down in the corner. These are additional things that your unit has got access to. So my guys have got smoke grenades on the infantry sections and nothing on the light machine gun section.
Reporting.
So, we could push forward to here and in open fire, and that would block us from the house and get us to where we want to be, because we want to get over here to eventually get right up next to the house and lob a grenade through the windows, because that's the best way to take out a bunker or a building. And unlike other games we might have played, you can chuck a grenade through a window, no bother at all.
Reporting.
So let's just move these
Moving out.
guys over here. Only 3 movement points, so it still gives them the option to fire. So 3 times 26% plus 3 times 34%. Not quite sure how it does the calculations or what the 3 times 26 and 3 times 34 means, but what the hell. Or we could lob a grenade because it's just in range, but it's only 15 times 2, so it looks to me like fire is going to be the most effective. So only got one of them, but the other guy is partially suppressed, so he's probably going to call back. Our cover has now been blown, so there is no point in holding off from
Yes, sir.
lighting these guys up at the front. So only partially successful. One guy to the left, heavily suppressed.
Receiving.
But if you completely suppress them, you get like a cartoon ring of stars above their head to let you know that they're out of it for a turn. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to move these guys
On the move.
through the hedge. Now I could open fire
Receiving.
on these guys in the open, but I've not got very much chance of actually doing it, and I'm concerned that if I am moved in the open that he could just move whoever's in the building into there and shoot me. So I'm going to
Popping smoke.
drop smoke, which as we all know means you're invulnerable.
Receiving.
How can they shoot me through smoke?
On the move.
I've not seen them shoot through smoke or shoot into smoke in this game, so the AI doesn't seem to register it as a target worth shooting into. And I haven't worked out if the AI has regarded smoke grenades being thrown as a hostile action. So I'll need to test that at some point, because it's possible you could potentially smoke your way up the lane and the AI just doesn't trigger. But we've literally have shot all our bolts this turn. As we know, there was somebody in there. They've decided to take pot shots, and Fritz there's decided better part of valor. Oh, and Heinz there is retreating into the woods.
Infantry in buildings can be tough to dislodge with small arms fire. Try to get your men right up to the building and pop a grenade through the window. Yes, sir.
And that's our plan. So, minimal chance of actually hitting something, but occasionally you can get what they call a lucky shot, where you'll take one down no matter what. But I'm just going to try and suppress these guys because I don't want them moving about too much. I want them pinned in one location so I can get grenades in through the window. Not the best.
Receiving.
But
On the move.
I am going to move these guys forward. I'm going to smoke the hex in front.
Popping smoke.
And my little section leader stands up and chucks it, and then I'm going to move into the
On
smoke,
move.
Can I say that's like the cloak of ultimate godness? The bad guys won't shoot me.
Reporting.
Let's try and finish it off. Done. And again, that's us done. We've moved, we've fired and fired. So let's see what this means.
Receiving.
So what happens is that if you do lose sight of him, he will become invisible again and you'll basically need to hunt him down.
Receiving.
So these guys, I'm going to move them up to here. And then I am going to drop a grenade through the window. And my Lance Corporal, Sergeant, whatever, does it. So,
yes, sir.
Got one. So hopefully that adds to the suppression.
Reporting.
And
moving out.
I'm being ultra cautious here.
Smoke grenades away.
I don't want to have to write any letters home saying Johnny was
moving
terribly
out.
brave. Right up until the minute Fritz gutted him with a bayonet. So let's see what's going to happen now. He's making a break for it into the woods. And oh, they're abandoned. No, they're going next door. Okay. That is not what I expected him to do.
Receiving.
I thought he would hold position, so I'm going to storm into that building, and I'm just going to chuck a grenade into the next room. Very successful. So, if I had the movement points, I would get them in there. However, I'm going to move them down to here to get the cover because I think he's good in there to warn his mates in the wood. These guys are now done. There's nothing for them to fire on, so I'm just going to charge them down the lane.
On our way.
Get towards the point, and then I'll replace them in the building once I've secured that building. And hopefully, because we moved somebody down this way, there's nothing nasty waiting for us down here. I think whatever's left is probably in there. So probably at the start of next turn he's going to disappear.
Yes, sir.
Because
on our way.
These
reporting.
Disappearing off our vision. Oh, there he's gone. He's gone. So he's somewhere in there. Oh no, he's back. Okay. So he's right at the back end of the woods. So I would need to send somebody up after him, and I don't really want to do that because I'm convinced there's somebody else in there. So again, I'm just going to end turn. I'm just going to try and move these guys down.
On our way.
And see if we can get a flanking shots on them. And there we go. I knew there was somebody else around.
Yes, sir.
So I'm just going to move them forward to the cover there, and then let's just, if we can suppress him enough, I'll fling those guys out.
Receiving.
But at the moment, let's deal with these.
Reporting.
He has got a smoke grenade, so potentially could. Why not? let's be
Moving out.
brave. Chuck the smoke grenade
Smoke grenades away.
into the next hex, and I probably don't. Oh no, maybe I've got enough movement
Receiving.
to go into the woods.
Reporting.
Yep. I'm
Moving
gonna
out.
follow the grenade up into the woods, and then next turn, hopefully, I'll be able to get to him and finish him off. Fritz is running for it. Okay, so
Receiving.
these guys are not going to have a line of sight on either of them.
Reporting.
These guys can't fire because they're in the smoke and it's blocking fire. So I could move into here,
Moving
which
out.
I'm going to do, and then I'll decide whether it's better to chuck grenades or open fire. 14%, 34%. I'm going to chuck grenades in at this cluster here. Excellent. They're prone, so less chance anybody's going to get picked off by this, and they're eliminated. And
Yes, sir.
let's
our
get
way.
them into the building, ultimately where we wanted to put them. End the turn. Fritz is now going to try and take revenge. No, he's not. Okay. Suits
Yes,
me.
sir. On our way.
Can we fire up the line of the woods? No. He's just out of...
Reporting. Moving out.
So let's get up close and personal with this guy. He's hidden in the trees. Wee camper. I think grenades again. There we go, that should be the last of the enemy units.
The area is clear of enemy infantry, but don't get cocky. Like most of those defending the beaches, these were reluctant conscripts from the east forced into service. You'll have a much tougher time against motivated first-tier soldiers.
So, we didn't lose a man, which is great. Worked well this time, and hopefully you've got an idea of how the game runs. I'm going to put some more videos of this up on my channel, just to let people see how it turns out and how terrible I'm playing these. Link for the free demo is in the description at the end, and thank you for watching, indeed if anybody did.